Assalamualaikum and very good morning to Dr. Siti Nurhaida binti Khalil and Dr. Muhammad Asri bin Yusuf. I am Ahmad Shafiq Haikal bin Abbilah from 4BMCG Section 6. I am presenting my final year project titled Fertigation System Design in Chilli Farm. My presentation covers introduction, literature review, methodology, results and analysis, and conclusion and recommendation. What is a fertigation system? Fertigation comes from the word fertilizer and irrigation combined. Hence, fertigation system is a system that distributes fertilizer in an irrigation line system. It is used to water crops in more efficient compared to traditional watering system and supplying nutrients to the crops. Problem statement for the study is a poorly designed fertigation system could lead to ineffective fertigation process and hinder crops growth. The wrong selection of component size and capacity also affect the overall performance of fertigation system. The study objective is to design the best layout for fertigation system for sufficient water fertilizer solution supplied to root zone and to calculate water output of each nozzle to reach crops water and fertilizer needs. Study scope is to design a fertigation system layout using pipe flow expert software. Calculation on fertigation system component and water output of each nozzle, and the simulation is done using pipe flow expert software. Literature review. The history of fertigation. Fertigation can be traced as early since the ancient Babylon and the floating garden. Hydroponics to replace conventional soil culture methods. Hydroponics refer to watering system without any fertilizer mixture. Modernized fertigation systems have pumps, valves, and more electrical and electronic components. Fertigation system development. This is an example of simple hydroponic system, which consists of water reservoir, pump, irrigation line, drip emitter, return line, and crop in a bucket. Fertigation system working principle consists of irrigation system pump, which pulls the fertilizer A and fertilizer B as a mixture to be distributed via pipe and is mixed with water from irrigation supply. Methodology for the study, literature review, and then design specification. If the design specification is okay, we'll proceed to design the layout in pipe flow expert software, and then we simulate using pipe flow software. If the design is yielding result, we continue to the analysis and then proceed to report writing. Design specification. It is important to know the appropriate pump needed for a fertigation system, and also the poly pipe internal diameter to ensure the effectiveness of the system. For example, we calculate the water tank requirement. As for chili crop, chili requires an amount of 2 liters to 4 liters water per day. And the number of chili polybags we are taking into account for the study is 100 polybags. Hence, the water requirement times the number of chili polybags equals to 400 liter per day, the maximum needed water for a day. Hence, the most suitable tank is 200 and 250 gallon size water tank. 200 gallon is about 750 liters and 250 gallon is about 950 liters of water. Pump requirement: to select the suitable pump, we need to know the flow rate, which we have calculated before, the position of the water pump, the ammeter operating pressure, and friction loss. Friction loss come from friction loss chart, which we can calculate from flow rate. After obtaining data from friction loss chart, we can refer the pump curve diagram. This is an example of friction loss chart. As for our calculation, we calculated our flow rate as approximately 1 gallon per meter. Hence, 1/4 inch of 1/4 feet of 1/4 inch of pipe diameter is sufficient to have the fertigation system works. This is an example of pump performance curve index, curve diagram. By matching the feed head and the flow rate, we can determine the best size for our fertigation system. And for our 100 polybag of chili, we only need 1 horsepower pump. After determining the pump size and polypipe intake diameter, we can proceed with the system design layout. This is an example of this is the first layout. We can see the simulation, which indicate the pipe velocity. The green means low velocity, while the red color means higher velocity. Pipe Flow Expert is a powerful software. We can literally input data of the components, and we will get data such as the flow, mass flow, velocity, and much more. So the first layout, we have 0.0008 feet cubic per second of water flow. And for the second layout, we have obtained a flow of 0.0001 feet cubic per second, which means that the first layout is yielding a better flow at the furthest point of the system compared to layout 2. Conclusion and recommendation. The study discussed about the process in designing a fertigation system layout suitable for crops, water and nutrient needs by integrating the fertigation system component for maximum output. The project witness is that the proper license simulation is quite expensive, and using CRAD software can cause undesirable circumstances. Physical visit to fertigation farm is also good to give detailed observation, but it cannot be done due to the movement control order enforced by the government. That's all from me. Enforced by the government. That's all from me. Thank you, and Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.